Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So, today we are all here present over here to have a special event that is organized by Movie for the Women's Day celebration. Okay, that is a day with self, a day with the doctor. So, today we have with us Dr. Nigamananda Mishra, sir, who is the head of the department, Bach Hospital, Mumbai. He is also an advanced gynecology laparoscopic surgeon and infertility consultant. So let's start the great event for all the ladies. Mishra sir will be helping us and he will be educating us about the questions we have with us and the myths and realities of pregnancy. So please watch the full video.
So we have these questions who has been asked by you all. I'll try to answer all these questions, and you can ask more on this. So there is the first question someone has asked: is it a myth or reality that thyroid affects the periods? As far as science is concerned, hypothyroidism and the hyperthyroidism, that means one who is having more of thyroid abnormality or less of the thyroid abnormality. Dono hypo and hyper both causes irregularity in the periods. And specifically, hypothyroidism, which is very common in Indian setup, causes hypermenstruation, or we call it menorrhagia, heavy menstrual bleeding. So anyone who is having hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism should consult a doctor for irregular periods. Sometimes this hyperthyroidism in the initial phase causes amenorrhea, means people don't get period for a prolonged time, means maybe it comes in every 2 to 3 months. So thyroid dysfunction can cause this type of irregularity in periods. This is not a myth, it is reality. So anytime you feel that there is some abnormality in your period, you should cross check your thyroid function test. Second question: what is dysmenorrhea? Dysmenorrhea is nothing, it is a painful menstruation. Painful menstruation can start just before the menstruation, during menstruation, and after that also. That component we call it dysmenorrhea. This is painful menstruation is menorrhea. So dysmenorrhea is very common in young adults and also in the reproductive age group females. This is primary and secondary causes are there. It may be just normal for physiologically normal for many of the females, but there may be have some pathology like fibroid and other things. So dysmenorrhea is a component which needs to be addressed for the females of the complaints. Third questions: will contraceptive pills like I-pill affect the reproductive health of women if taken by her to abort her first pregnancy? This one actually I may need to ask you more, because I need you all to participate on these questions, because this is very common. Because nowadays many people are taking this I-pill. I-pill in the sense they think, if I take a I-pill, if I just had a unprotected sexual intercourse and I take a I-pill, I am safe. Actually, this I-pill is not a contraception at all. It doesn't give a contraceptive benefit. It is we call it an interception. Interception means you have already done the relationship and you want to protect the upcoming pregnancy. This is known as interception. You have already done it. If you have taken protectively before, that is known as contraception. So these interceptions are not advised to be taken regularly, because there is a chance it can cause delayed periods and irregular periods. So we always advise, once a while when you are having an unprotected sexual intercourse, you can use a interception, that is I-pill. It is not a regular contraceptive pill. And whether it affects the reproductive health of women if taken by her to abort her first pregnancy. So normally, if you're taking for once a while, it doesn't cause any reproductive health issues. If you continue to do that for every now and then definitely it's going to affect your reproductive future. Means you may not have regular periods, you will have irregular ovulation, and you may not get a proper pregnancy in the future. So it is better to not to take these pills regularly or in a frequent basis. Otherwise, rest of things are absolutely for once a while, for the first pregnancy or something, if you have taken and efficiently aborted, so nothing to be worried about. Let's move to the next question then. Next question is, how does excess body weight or have very less weight create complications in pregnancy? Actually, first I'll take about the body excess body weight. Let me be frank. Abhi now in Mumbai, at least in our clinical practice, we are seeing almost 30 to 40% female coming to us are is obese. Obese BMI is very high, means more than 30 or something. It is almost quite a large number of population coming with obesity. So, theory and so the practical is concerned, obesity is absolutely is a contributing factor for the complications of pregnancy. Obesity has a lot of issues okay, related to diabetes, hypertension, and all that is also contribute to the abnormality in the pregnancy. So obesity and small development of the small fetuses, development some abnormality in the fetuses. There will be fetal congenital and chromosomal dysfunctions also patients. So obesity is a definitely complicating factor for continuation of the pregnancy. Same as lace weight. Lace weight actually is a very, there are lean patients, are very thin patients will come with pregnancy also. They have complications the delivery is very difficult at times because the space to deliver is not there. We call it a contracted pelvis. Otherwise, they have a obstetric continuous in the pregnancy, and all these complications are not that much. Means it's normal as the normal population, but they have a difficulty in delivering because their capacity to deliver the pelvic capacity जो pelvis है जहाँ से बच्चा निकलता है उसका कैपेसिटी बहुत कम रहता है. सो उस कंडीशन में उनको डिफिकल्टी होता है. अदरवाइज देखा जाए तो मेजर कॉम्प्लिकेशंस रिलेटेड टू ओबेसिटी देन द लेस ऑफ बॉडी वेट. ठीक है. एनीवन वांट टू आस्क एनी क्वेश्चंस ऑन दिस? एनीवन हैविंग कॉम्प्लिकेशंस और एनीथिंग that can be asked here?
So I want to ask
Yeah.
that in case the female is very obese, then will it also affect while conceiving? Means maybe she might not
Getting the pregnancy.
not get pregnant. Yeah.
Right. Actually, polycystic, kabhi this polycystic ovary syndrome, polycystic ovary is associated with obesity. So that causes anovulation, means ovulation करने ही नहीं देता है. जब ovulation नहीं होता है तो pregnancy भी नहीं होता है. They have a tendency to delay periods. उन लोग को period 45 days में 60 days में period आते हैं and उनको ovulation ठीक से नहीं हो पाता है. जब ovulation नहीं हो पाता है, they get a difficulty in getting the pregnancy. एंड ओबेसिटी कंडीशन में क्या होता है, आइदर इफ यू हैव अदर कॉम्प्लिकेटिंग फैक्टर्स जैसे कि डायबिटीज हुआ या हाइपरटेंशन हुआ या और कोई जैसे हाइपोथायराइड इससे एसोसिएटेड हो जाता है तो प्रेगनेंसी रियली डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है टू गेट इनटू इट. तो प्रेगनेंसी मोड में आने के लिए जो जो रेगुलर रिक्वायरमेंट है, हम इसलिए कोई किसी हमारे पास ओबेसिटी आता है कि हाउ टू प्लान प्रेगनेंसी. तो फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट यू हैव टू, आपका ब्लड टेस्ट शुड कम टू नॉर्मल and your obesity value should be 5 to 6% कम होना चाहिए coming 3 months. That is what our first priority. उसके बाद actually obesity has been seen to have a frequency of coitus, means sexual relationship में भी it is hindrances. So people complain for that also कि नहीं हमारा sexual satisfaction नहीं हो रहा है and we are suffering from that aspect also. तो ये जो कंपोनेंट है रिलेटेड टू, एक है कि साइकोलॉजिकल इम्बैलेंसेस रहता है, एक है कि फिजिकल थोड़ा सा रेस्ट्रिक्शंस रहता है. थर्ड इज द बायोकेमिकल फैक्टर्स, ब्लड पैरामीटर्स कम ठीक नहीं रहते हैं. एंड फोर्थ वन इज द वन रिलेटेड टू ओव्यूलेटरी पैटर्न जो कि पॉलीसिस्टिक ओवरी सिंड्रोम में रिलेटेड रहता है. तो ये चारों जब मिल जाते हैं तो इट कॉजेस इनफर्टिलिटी. तो हम सब कंपोनेंट को एक एक करके एड्रेस करते हैं, उनको बोलते हैं नहीं दीज आर द योर बैरियर इज द वेट इज फर्स्ट, वेट कम करना है. उसके लिए स्टेप वाइज डीप में हम लोग कैसे ओबेसिटी को कम करते हैं, देयर इज अ प्रोटोकॉल, उसके हिसाब से हम कम करते हैं. डाइटिंग करते हैं, एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, लाइफस्टाइल मॉडिफिकेशन उसको पहले सेट करते हैं. देन ओनली जाके वी कैन गो फॉर द नेक्स्ट मोडालिटी ओव्यूलेशन इंडक्शन करके मेडिसिन देके वी गेट इट इंड्यूस्ड सो दैट दे हैव नॉर्मल ओव्यूलेशन. देन द थर्ड इज द रिलेशनशिप. हमें फिर यू हैव टू एड्रेस द इश्यूज की जो जब भी ओव्यूलेट हो रहा है the timing of the relationship or sexual relationship should be adequate so that you will get the pregnancy done. So these are the 3-4 things which serially पूरा उसको address करते हुए we take the separately obesity जिन लोगों को प्रॉब्लम है उसको फिर सेपरेटली एड्रेस करते हैं and accordingly we get them the pregnancy. And उसके बाद once they get a pregnancy we can lot of things can be done and the pregnancy can be continued smoothly. But to getting into that mood पहले infertility को overcome करने के लिए वो सब चीजें हमें ध्यान में रखना पड़ता है. Then someone has asked me that I am facing irregularity in period, like sometimes 5 to 6 days prior, or sometimes 7 to 8 days, or sometimes 7 8 days prior to the period. Along with that, there is no instant flow. It starts after 2 days of the period begins, and then heavy flow 5 to 6 days. Stomach ache is a bit, back pain. Any remedies or cause? Actually, frankly, this looks to be. I don't know what is the age of the patient. If it's within 30 years of age, it's better to first consult a doctor, because they have to go for a clinical examination. Then we should go for a sonography and few of the blood tests. Then we can say कि नहीं उसका hormonal imbalances है कि नहीं है, whether they have any pathological disease जैसे fibroid है या fibroid polyp है या any dysfunctional uterine bleeding है, तो you have to clinically एक बार हमें देख लेना चाहिए, and then जाके we can tell कि हाँ just a second, then we can tell कि नहीं this patient का abnormality है कि नहीं. So I'll tell this जो भी question पूछा है, remedies are there. There are a lot of medications which we can make your cycles regular. We can do many things on this. But first of all, you need a clinical examination done, and then the practical issues is related to other biochemical parameters, the blood parameters क्या क्या है उसमें, और उसमें sonography का use क्या है. So then only we can tell you कि हाँ उसको आपको क्या treatment दिया जा सकता है. What is the reason of PCOD and what to eat and avoid? Polycystic ovary syndrome or PCOD. The reason cause जो है polycystic ovary syndrome, it is actually polyfactorial. Polyfactorial means क्या होता है? There is a major component, genetic component. Actually, only genetic component doesn't give a disease. When the genetic component is associated with other factors like environmental factors, stress, strain, medication, your anxiety, your worries, your mood swings, everything जब add on होता है, then the weight, आपका exercises, आपका diet, these are known as become polyfactorial. Only major component 70% of it is a genetic. If you have a tendency in your family to be a polycystic ovary disease, then only you will develop. This is the major concept behind this polycystic ovary disease or PCOD. PCOD का major component जो कि genetic है. Another 30%, 70% के बाद 30% contributor है all these, आपका weight, आपका daily exercise, आपका diet, आपका stress, आपका strain, everything contribute. There are another 20 factors related to it जो कि इसके लिए contribute करते हैं. Without these factors, if you can reduce this lifestyle modification करके इसको कम कर सकते हैं, then most likely the only genetic factor will not give a disease. We can ward off the disease. So this condition, polycystic ovary, is mostly due to a polyfactorial disease, and it can be, to some extent, we can lessen the effect of it. And what you have to eat and avoid. Eat, आप खाने में देखो, मेरे से ज्यादा you can go and Google and search कि क्या खाना चाहिए normally. There is one thing known as balanced diet. Balanced diet में क्या होता है, आपको well proportional of everything, carbohydrate, carbs चाहिए, proteins चाहिए and fat चाहिए. That proportionately आपको लेना है, and less of carbohydrate, more of proteins and adequate amount of fat. So these are the three things which has to be balanced. आपका food pattern कैसा है उसका depend करता है. South Indian has a different pattern, North Indian has a different pattern, East Indians has a completely fish eaters है, this Western है बड़ा पाव eaters है. So these are the different variants. इसके ऊपर depend करता है who asked this question कि उसको क्या food के बारे में क्या पूछना है, rather than giving it. But as a overview, you should have a complete knowledge on ki what you are taking, and you should have a knowledge ki nahi, what is the carbohydrate component, इसमें कितना है, proteins कितना है, fats कितना है. Then only we can go ahead with this diet chart. Otherwise, go to next slide. So do we use tampons instead of pads? No, it is a preferences only. Tampons are good, pads are good. Most commonly used in India is a pad. Tampons are catching up now. Tampons के लिए फिर एक चीज है कि patient are, if you are not married, many people don't like to use pads because they have to insert it into the vagina. So many people in India prefer pads. If you are a heavy flow आपका हो रहा है, and you are आप स्पोर्ट्स में इन्वॉल्व हो, ये सब के लिए तो टैम्पन इज बेटर बिकॉज इसके डायरेक्टली वेजन से क्लीन ऑब्जर्व करता है, एंड देन यू हैव टू थ्रो इट ऑफ. But I'll prefer, if you are unmarried and they were asking this question, the pad is a preferred one because you will not be happy with this thing putting into the vagina. Okay, then question of PMS is a very common thing which occurs in young females. Premenstrual syndrome we call it. And why it happens, that is there is no specific cause of PMS, but it is a physiological condition. Physiological means it has been designed that way. Okay, the human body is in that there is a condition where there is a lot of blood flow which occurs during the periods, and before that lot of blood flow to the genital organs causes congestion, which causes menstrual pain or the cramps. So that is a very common feature, and there are primary and secondary causes to it. There are treatments for that. There are a lot of things in PMS. Then endometriosis is not curable without surgical operation. With surgical operation, it is still not curable. It is a very bad disease. So depend upon the intensity of the disease, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, we can see whether it is a surgical, this endometriosis can be treated or not. So it's a very complicated disease. So better I'll prefer one-to-one interaction rather than this group. People will not realize what is endometriosis. Is Oscarista good or good for irregular periods? Actually, I told you, the Oscarista, it's an Ayurvedic claim only, and nothing, there is no truth on this. It's almost, you can say, a myth. Don't fall for all these things. After period is over, 2 to 3 weeks thereafter, a few drops of blood is coming. Why so? Is it something serious to worry about? It's happening for last 2 times. Nothing to worry about for this. That after 2 weeks of the periods, we call it an ovulatory bleeding or ovulation. जब normally female में ovulation होता है, we get it after 14 days के बाद थोड़ा-थोड़ा कभी-कभी spotting होता है. That is normal, nothing to worry about. It's a very common thing which is physiological. There's no disease to it. Next question, any side effect of using contraceptive pills for many times, like to 10 to 12, may it affect pregnancy in future times? I don't know, actually this question is the many times like 10 to 12 years. Ki kya hai exactly, I'm not getting it. Any side effect of using contraceptive pill for many times like 10 to 12? Kuch likha nahi hai. If it is 10 to 12 years, definitely you should stop using it. It should not be more than 2 to 3 years at a go. So it may affect the future pregnancies. Otherwise, if I go by, I'll prefer if it is 10 to 12 months. So no issues. You can, it will not affect your pregnancy. You can continue to have. Okay. Next is any side effect using contraceptive pill. Then if it is safe to take oral contraceptive pill and any side effect for the same. Oral contraceptives are very safe, absolutely safe. Okay, you can use this oral contraceptive for a very long period also. Nothing to worry about. Next question is, what are safe and unsafe period of pregnancy? Period for pregnancy. For getting into pregnancy, safe and unsafe period means if you are normally if a 28 days के periods है, तो a safe period to relationship रखने के लिए first 9 days. And after on the last, you can say after 10th to 17th or 18th day, danger dose in there, you can get the pregnancy. After 19th, 18th, 19th, then again safe till you get your menses. That we call it safe period. Safe period actually varies from person to person. If you have a period less than 28 days, like 24 days or something, so your safe period is actually starting from day 7th. Unsafe period starting from 7th से लेके फिर end over 14 or 15 day of the periods. So it varies according to the person. Okay. Anyone want to ask on this? Should I go for the next question? Which age duration is best for pregnancy? Does it differ from one to another? Age duration is best as a reproductive age group starting from 20 years to 35 years is safe. The best period is 22 to 28 years. Got it? So if you are going beyond 28 to 30 years, you still carry the risk. Beyond for 35 years, definitely you are carrying the risk. Before 22 years, you mild abnormality may happen, but if you are going less than 18 years, definitely is not recommended at all. So best timing is 22 to 28 years to go for a pregnancy. So all your questions are now done. So my topic starts with myths and realities of pregnancy. We'll quickly finish in 5 to 10 minutes because मैंने थोड़ा miss किया था बीच में. So I'll give another 10 minutes to you all. Exercise will harm my baby. Exercise will never ever harm your baby. unless and you do something like कुछ ज्यादा aerobics कर रहे हो, then only it may affect, otherwise it never ever affect your pregnancy. Okay, so you can do all the exercises you want. Next है कि हाँ, flying is not really safe for pregnant women. So actually it is perfectly safe to fly. So only if within 32 weeks of pregnancy, 32 34 के बाद हमें सर्टिफिकेशन देना पड़ता है, and we don't normally don't allow to take that burden. Okay. पासिंग थ्रू एयरपोर्ट सिक्योरिटी, वहां पे बिग बिप 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 होता है, वहां पे उसके अंदर जाना है कि नहीं जाना है. इट इज एब्सोल्युटली सेफ टू गो थ्रू दैट बिप. नो इश्यूज ऑन दैट. इट विल नॉट कॉज एनी हार्म टू द फीटस. बच्चों को कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं करेगा. इफ द फ्लाइट इज लॉन्ग वन, तो एक काम करना है कि आपको बीच बीच में उठना है, चलना है, स्टैग्नेशन नहीं करना है, क्योंकि ब्लड वेसल स्टैग्नेट हो जाते हैं, उसके लिए डिफिकल्टी होता है. सो यू हैव टू स्ट्रेच करना है, वो सब करके फिर यू कैन मूव एनीवेयर यू कैन गो. नो इश्यूज ऑन दैट फ्लाइट मोड. ठीक है. हाँ, दिस इज वेरी रेलेवेंट. Cell phone, microwave and even computers are harmful in pregnancy. सेल फोन आप लोग यूज करते हो इन प्रेगनेंसी? सब लोग यूज करते हो. हाँ. सो आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट द सेल फोन. सेल फोन यूज करना सही है कि नहीं फॉर बच्चों के लिए अंदर जो है? आई विल आस्क यू वन क्वेश्चन. कैन यू जस्ट आंसर मी? ये जब हम लोग कोई ऐसा है ना, इफ हम लोग बाहर कुछ म्यूजिक बजाते हैं, बच्चों को सुनाई देता है अंदर? अच्छा, they can start hearing from certain week ना? Okay, good. So बच्चों को सुनाई देता है. तो हम लोग जो सेल फोन बजता है, एक्चुअली दिस इज दैट सेल फोन का जो माइक्रो वेव्स है, वो अफेक्ट करता है क्या ह्यूमन बॉडी को नॉर्मली? एक्चुअली देयर इज ए टेलीकॉम रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया, ट्राई करके उसने, दे हैव डिफरेंट रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस फॉर ह्यूमन बीइंग कि कैसा यूज करना है कि नहीं करना है. जब आप रेस्ट मोड में हो एंड यू आर नॉट यूजिंग द फोन, एटलीस्ट इट शुड बी 25 सेंटीमीटर अवे फ्रॉम द बॉडी. ठीक है. 25 सेंटीमीटर यू कैन से हैंड्स लेंथ, हाथ जितना है उतना दूर में रखना चाहिए. लोग क्या करते हैं, बट दे नॉर्मली, हम लोग का एक हैबिट है, कोई भी है, एंड वो क्या करता है, इधर सर के नीचे, पिलो के नीचे या पेट के पास ऐसे फोन्स रहते ही हैं, वेरी वेरी कॉमन. एंड ये चीज इसको रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया ने मना किया है कि यू शुड नॉट यूज दिस फोन्स वेरी क्लोज टू योर बॉडी व्हेन नॉट इन यूज. ओके. सो ये छोटा सा चीज प्रेगनेंसी में भी सेम चीज टू बी फॉलोड. यू शुड नॉट यूज इट वेरी क्लोज टू योर बॉडी. सेकंड इज माइक्रोवेव्स. माइक्रोवेव वेरी सेफ इन प्रेगनेंसी अनलेस अनटिल आपका कोई डब्बा माइक्रोवेव मारपीट के चला रहे हो तो अलग है, अदरवाइज माइक्रोवेव सेफ, नथिंग टू वरी अबाउट. देन वेदर कंप्यूटर्स आर वेरी सेफ इन प्रेगनेंसी, एक्सेप्ट जो लॉन्ग हॉल आप लोग काम करते हो कंप्यूटर्स में, आपको जो पोस्चर है, बैठने का जो पोस्चर है इन प्रेगनेंसी, इट गेट्स डिस्टॉर्टेड. आपका जो स्पाइन है वो थोड़ा लंबा लोडोसिस रहता है, थोड़ा सा डिस्टॉर्टेड चेंज हो जाता है पोजीशन नॉर्मली प्रेगनेंसी में, एंड इसके वजह से बहुत स्पाइनल पेन होता है, बस पीछे का बैक पेन होता है. सो हम लोग इसके लिए बोलते हैं कि इफ यू आर स्ट्रगलिंग विथ बैक पेन, तो फिर आपका ये कंप्यूटर जॉब, ये सब जॉब में थोड़ा सा ध्यान देना है. आपको एवरी 1 घंटे में थोड़ा बैक स्ट्रेच, मसल स्ट्रेच एक्सरसाइज करना है, एंड यू शुड नॉट कंटिन्यू टू वर्क मोर देन 6 आवर्स ए डे. ठीक है. दैट इज द ओनली प्रिकॉशंस कैन बी टेकन. एंड पैरास्पाइनल मसल्स एक्सरसाइज आते हैं फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट के पास जाके, वो सब हम लोग फिर बैक मसल्स को स्ट्रेंथन कराते हैं. यू वांट टू आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन ऑन दिस? सो बट इसमें साइंस है क्या? इट्स ए मिथ. It's absolutely a myth. There is no science for this. Okay. So इसीलिए मैं सबको बोलता हूँ, nothing to worry about. Ground is natural thing. Don't worry for it. Next, कुछ तो sound हो रहा है. Hello. चलो next slide. It doesn't cause clip. Next slide. मदर को कुछ अच्छे से खाना नहीं दोगे, क्या होगा ना, डार्क स्पॉट निकलेंगे नाक के ऊपर, नहीं नोज के ऊपर. इट्स ऑल मिथ. चलो नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. सो दिस इज द लास्ट टॉपिक. लास्ट फ्यू अनदर 2 स्लाइड्स फॉर जो लोग बात नहीं करते हैं उसके ऊपर. प्रेगनेंसी में इसके ऊपर बात करना मना है. after 13-14 weeks of pregnancy, before 34 weeks of pregnancy, means middle का जो 20 weeks of pregnancy is absolutely safe for the relationship, human relationship. And in fact उससे क्या होता है, जो फीमेल का पेल्विस है उसमें नॉर्मल डिलीवरी के लिए वो कंडीशनिंग करता है. So those people who have a normal relationship during pregnancy have a high chance of delivering normally. So we will always advocate the patient to then use go for sex rather than taking the abstinence mode. Next slide, please.
What are the COVID implication during pregnancy?
COVID implication. Actually, COVID there are different trimester pregnancy. आप कौन से month of pregnancy में हो उसके ऊपर depend करता है. If you are in the first 3 months of pregnancy and you are having COVID infection, and COVID infection का degree क्या है उसके ऊपर depend करता है whether it has affected the baby or not. What we have observed in last 1 year, there are a lot of we call it missed abortion. Means pregnancy start होता है, fetal heart develop होता है, but due to the COVID infection and the fever and all, the fetal dies inside. That is called a missed abortion. So chances of missed abortion is 16 to 20% in case of COVID infected pregnancies. If that is not there, you are beyond 18-20 weeks of pregnancy, COVID infection doesn't cause much harm to the fetus. बच्चे में जैसे major abnormality कुछ कर नहीं पाता है. Only at times it causes oligohydramnios. Oligohydramnios से पानी कम कर देता है कभी-कभी, so we may have to deliver you a bit early. Otherwise, major abnormality of the fetus is not yet been documented. And if it is a late part of pregnancy, जब भी आपको डिलीवरी कर रहे हो तब इन्फेक्शन हो जाएगा. तो we have few patients जिसको हमने डिलीवरी किया है ड्यूरिंग कोविड इन्फेक्शन, उनको हमें इलेक्टिवली हमें उनको ऐसा रिकमेंडेशंस नहीं है. यू कैन इवन डिलीवर देम नॉर्मली, बट वी प्रीफर टू डू इट इन द ऑपरेटिव सेटिंग्स. सीजरियन सेक्शन करके हम लोग डिलीवरी करते हैं क्योंकि हम वी कैन कंट्रोल द एनवायरनमेंट, वी कैन कंट्रोल द स्प्रेड. तो इसके लिए हमें करना पड़ता है. अदरवाइज देखा जाए तो this is quite a bit challenging, but pura whole community is suffering for that. But as a whole, if you are infected in the latter part of pregnancy, second half infected ho, don't worry, nothing will go wrong. If you are in the first part mein ho, so chances of 16 to 20% chances hai ki you may abort. Okay, these are the few of the complications. So otherwise, yeah, we have many patients now who was delivered after the COVID positive.
Okay, thank you.
Got it? Yeah.
Sir, I have a question. Suppose
Please.
the pregnancy is absolutely normal, there is no complications.
Okay.
During the delivery, which method should we opt for, like normal delivery or C-section?
100% normal delivery. Okay, if you are not with any complications, complicating factors है नहीं कुछ. There are 3 things we call 3P. 3P, one is the power, one is the passage, one is the passenger. पैसेज क्या है? आपका जो पेल्विस कैपेसिटी है डिलीवर करने के लिए, जो बोनी पेल्विस है, इफ एडिक्वेट दैट पैसेज बोलते हैं. ये पैसेज इज एडिक्वेट, पैसेंजर जो बच्चू पैसेंजर जो आ रहा है डिलीवरी हो रहा है तो बच्चू नॉर्मल है. एंड पावर, आपका विल पावर कितना है, मैं डिलीवरी करूं उसका आप कितना ले सकते हो पेन को, उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करती है. 3 P एब्सोल्युटली नॉर्मल है आपका. तो नोबडी शुड गिव अ ट्रायल, नोबडी शुड गिव अ cesarean section in your case. You should go for normal delivery. Don't think anything beyond this. Go for normal delivery.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Sir, after
Next.
COVID recovery, will
Yeah.
it affect the baby? Since the
What
mother,
aggregative?
Since the mother would have the high dose of medicines, so is that
Actually, we give a lot of steroids during this COVID infections. Okay. What has been observed, steroids doesn't affect much to the intrauterine pregnancies. Okay. Remdesivir is safe in pregnancy. So remdesivir and all of the steroids we omnacotil हम लोग देते हैं जो pregnancy में dexamethasone देते हैं pregnancy में, that doesn't affect the fetal outcome. So nothing to worry about. You can safely deliver a normal pregnancy after COVID infections.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Bye. Thanks all. Thank all.
Bye.